You drink coffee to feel awake, but what if it's secretly slowing your brain down? Especially after 60, drinking coffee first can constrict blood flow by up to 30%. But Dr. Hartman's simple pre-coffee drink changes everything, clearing brain fog, improving memory, and even balancing your heart rate. No need to quit coffee, just drink this before it. Many seniors rely on coffee, yet still feel tired, unfocused, or off balance in the morning. The reason? Blood vessels narrow with age, and the brain doesn't get what it needs, even if you're hydrated. Today we'll explore a quiet solution, a natural drink that boosts circulation, sharpens the mind, and fits perfectly into your routine. No extreme detox, no pills. Just a 3-minute ritual that restores the rhythm your body's been missing. 1. Why coffee? First is the wrong move. After 60, you might think that first sip of coffee is waking you up. But after 60, your body doesn't respond the same way. In fact, drinking coffee before anything else in the morning may be shrinking your blood vessels when you need them most. Let me explain. When you wake up, your body is in a natural state of dehydration. Overnight, you lose water through breathing, sweat, and cellular repair, even if you don't feel thirsty. Your blood becomes slightly thicker, your heart has to work harder, and your brain, which needs about 20% of your body's total blood flow, becomes slightly starved. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Caffeine is a vasoconstrictor. That means it literally tightens your blood vessels, especially in the brain. A 2013 report from the American Heart Association found that caffeine can reduce cerebral blood flow by 22 to 30% in older adults within 30 minutes of ingestion. That's not stimulation, that's restriction. So if you drink coffee before you drink water, you're essentially stepping on the gas while your body's engine is still dry. Dr. Evelyn Hartman often compares this to trying to drive with no oil in the car. You might move forward, she says, but you'll wear down the system faster, and the ride won't be smooth. And that's what many seniors experience: morning jitters, headaches, lightheadedness, or a mid-morning crash they blame on aging. When in reality, it's often a simple hydration mistake. Harold, 67, used to start every day with 2 strong cups of coffee. By 10 a.m., he'd feel drained. He thought it was blood sugar. But once he tried delaying coffee until after his first glass of water, the fog lifted. It was like someone opened a window in my head, he said. The problem isn't coffee, the problem is timing. Your body needs something gentler first, something that wakes up your vascular system and prepares it for the stimulant that's about to arrive. And what helps most might already be sitting quietly on your kitchen counter. 2. Warm lemon salt water, the pre-coffee power. Move. The simplest fix for morning brain fog often isn't new, it's ancient, and it starts with water, specifically warm lemon salt water. Before you roll your eyes, hear this. You're not just sipping citrus, you're helping your brain turn the faucet back on. Here's why it works. After 60, the body's ability to regulate blood pressure and fluid balance declines. Your adrenal glands, small hormone messengers on top of your kidneys, become sluggish. When you wake up, these glands are supposed to gently raise your blood pressure to get you upright and focused. But without enough minerals, especially sodium and potassium, this system sputters. That's where lemon salt water steps in. Lemon provides gentle liver stimulation, helps alkalize the body, and activates digestion. Salt, specifically unrefined sea salt or Himalayan pink salt, provides electrolytes that trigger water absorption and adrenal function. And warm water ensures the system isn't shocked but gently woken up. In 2021, researchers at the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who consumed a warm electrolyte-rich drink first thing in the morning had a 26% improvement in blood vessel responsiveness compared to plain water. That's circulation restored. Elaine, a 72-year-old former librarian, didn't expect much. I thought it was woo-woo, she said. But after just 5 days of sipping this mix before her coffee, she felt lighter. Her hands weren't as cold, her energy didn't spike and crash, and for the first time in months, her digestion felt regular. The recipe? Half a fresh lemon. A pinch, 1/8 teaspoon of quality sea salt, 8 ounces warm, not hot, water. Stir, sip slowly, wait 10 to 15 minutes before having coffee. That gap gives your adrenals and vessels time to stabilize. So coffee enhances your energy, not hijacks it. Think of it like grease in the gears before you rev the engine. You're not taking anything away. You're just setting up your body to succeed. Gentle check-in for you. Have you ever noticed feeling more clear-headed before your coffee even kicks in? Just from that first glass of water? You're not imagining it. Your body remembers what rhythm feels like, and that memory can be restored. 3. Beet juice or ginkgo tea for blood flow and brain oxygen. After 60, your brain might still be thirsty, even if you've had water. The real problem? Oxygen delivery. And one surprising drink can unlock that. Beet juice. Think of your brain like a garden. It doesn't just need water, it needs pressure in the hose. Without enough flow, even the best ideas wilt. Here's how beets help. They're rich in natural nitrates, which your body turns into nitric oxide, a compound that widens blood vessels and improves circulation. That means more oxygen gets to your frontal lobe, the brain's control center for focus, memory, and decision-making, and the results are real. In 2019, researchers from Scientific Reports studied adults over 65 who drank just 150 milliliters of beet juice daily. Within 2 weeks, they showed a 26% increase in oxygen to the brain, especially in areas tied to sharp thinking. Tom, 69, had tried every brain supplement out there, but it wasn't until he added half a cup of beet juice to his morning before coffee that things changed. It wasn't like a caffeine buzz, he told me. It was quieter. My thoughts just flowed better. Here's the key. Drink it on an empty stomach, then wait 15 to 20 minutes before coffee. You're creating a window where oxygen gets in before caffeine tightens the pipes again. Want a gentler option? Try ginkgo tea instead. A 2022 review in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found ginkgo boosts cerebral circulation and memory in older adults, especially those feeling early mental fog. But whether you go with beets or ginkgo, the principle is the same. Wake the brain gently. Feed it flow, not force. 4. The 3-minute sequence: water, wait, then brew. Sometimes it's not what you drink, it's when you drink it. After 60, your nervous system doesn't flip on like a switch. It's more like a sunrise, gradual, gentle, needing sequence. That's why the order and timing of your morning liquids can determine how you feel all day. Here's what most people get wrong. They wake up, reach for coffee, and only hydrate later, if at all. But in doing that, they miss the window when their body is most receptive to regulation, especially blood flow, adrenal balance, and brain activation. Your system needs a 15-minute pre-coffee window. That's the sweet spot where hydration, electrolytes, and oxygen can circulate without interference from caffeine. Dr. Evelyn Hartman calls this the vascular reset. It's when blood vessels wake up, cortisol begins to rise naturally, and brain perfusion improves without spikes or crashes. A 2022 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that delaying caffeine intake by just 15 to 30 minutes after waking improved cortisol stability and mood regulation in adults over 60. That's less anxiety, better digestion, and steadier energy through lunch. And it doesn't require giving up coffee, just shifting the timing. Let me give you the protocol. Upon waking, sip warm lemon salt water, half lemon plus pinch sea salt in 8 ounces warm water. Optional, add 1/2 cup beet juice or 1 cup ginkgo tea 5 minutes after. Wait 10 to 15 minutes before drinking coffee or tea. That's it. No supplements, no fancy products, just rhythm. Maria, 63, used to wake up groggy and bloated. She thought it was just part of aging. But once she built this simple three-step rhythm into her mornings, she felt lighter, more alert. Her hands stopped shaking. I still have my coffee, she says, but now it feels like it works with my body, not against it. Think of your morning like tuning a musical instrument. If you play before tuning, the whole song feels off. But if you pause, adjust the strings, then begin, everything flows. 5. Common mistake: using caffeine pills or energy drinks. June never thought twice about it. She'd take her little white caffeine pill with a sip of water and head straight into her morning walk. No sugar, no calories, she told me. But I still felt jittery, and somehow my mind was slower, not sharper. What went wrong? The answer lies in a quiet mistake many seniors make: using isolated caffeine, pills, energy drinks, or even clean pre-workouts without the natural compounds that normally balance its effects. See, caffeine isn't just caffeine. When it's stripped from its original form, like coffee or tea, you lose the compounds that protect your heart, regulate your vessels, and buffer overstimulation. Think of it like sending caffeine into your system naked and unarmed. Coffee contains chlorogenic acid, which helps regulate blood sugar. Tea has L-theanine, which promotes calm focus. But isolated caffeine, it hits your system fast, spikes adrenaline, and narrows your arteries, which is the exact opposite of what we want for circulation and brain flow. A 2020 study in Nutrients Journal found that isolated caffeine, 200 milligrams, increased systolic blood pressure by 8 to 10 millimeters of mercury in adults over 6, compared to only 2 to 3 millimeters of mercury when consumed via brewed coffee. That difference matters, especially for those with pre-hypertension or cardiovascular risk. In June's case, we removed the pill. She switched to half a cup of fresh brewed coffee with a splash of coconut milk, but only after her hydration protocol. The result? Her heart rate steadied, no more mid-morning crashes. And her focus? It came back, not like a jolt, but like a fog lifting. So, here's your gentle correction. If you're using caffeine, keep it natural. Avoid pills, energy shots, and powders, especially on an empty stomach. Instead, pair hydration first, then gentle caffeine after 15 to 20 minutes. Add cinnamon, MCT, or L-theanine if you need more support. Because the goal isn't just energy, it's harmony. And when your morning begins with balance, your whole day follows that rhythm. Mornings don't shout, they whisper. And the way you respond shapes everything that follows. It's not about drinking the perfect mix or following every step. It's about one choice that says, I care how I feel today. For Maria, it was lemon water before coffee. For June, it was switching from caffeine pills to real tea. For you, it might be that first pause before the rush. Your body is still listening. Even after 60, it remembers kindness. So, tomorrow morning, what message will you send? If today's video brought you clarity, share it with someone you love. And next time, I'll show you the calming tea monks use to stay focused through hours of stillness. Until then, start soft. Your mornings are still yours.